What's up everybody, Kyler2000 here, welcome back to another video. Today we have my Super Showdown reactions, and there's not really much to talk about this show. So yeah, these will be pretty quick reactions because there's not much to talk about. Not much happened. It was a pretty meh show. Yeah, it wasn't great. So yeah, on the pre-show we had the Revival versus the Usos. It was a decent match, but you know, pre-show match, yeah, it wasn't too good, but it wasn't bad. It was like, let's just put it this way: after the Best of Super Juniors with Match of the Year contender, what was it, like 5 3/4 stars or something Meltzer gave it. Yeah, there wasn't a match that was a clear-cut match of the night, and that's not because they were all good. Like, they were all okay, and this was another okay match. The Usos getting the win over the Revival. Yeah, there's not much else to say there. Then opening up the main show, we had Seth Rollins defeating Baron Corbin to retain the Universal title. Again, not much to say. Well, Corbin brought in a chair into the ring, and yeah, tried to use it. Referee John Cone then took the title off Corbin and kind of gave him a little shove, which Rollins was able to roll him up off. So yeah, backstage then, like, I'm jumping ahead a bit while I'm on this topic. Corbin was saying he just got robbed and all this, and that's how a match between the two at Stomping Ground. Then after, I believe Corbin laid out Seth with an end of days after the match. Brock Lesnar's music hit. He was coming out, chair in hand, ready to cash in. Paul Heyman trips, getting into the ring, kind of dropping the briefcase, and Brock's kind of distracted, which allows Seth to get up, use the chair, kind of like take out Brock, curb stomp him onto the briefcase to stop the cash-in. Like, the bell never officially rang, so it wasn't a failed cash-in, as the cash-in never happened. But yeah, that's why I just chose Brock and Seth to be the background match, just to kind of change it up from the matches that I used in the predictions. But yeah, the match never officially got underway. So Seth Rollins walks out of Super Showdown still the Universal Champion. Finn Balor then defeated Andrade for the Intercontinental Championship. This was probably the best match on the show, but it wasn't. Kind of wasn't what I expected. It was still a good match, but it wasn't great. But so yeah, the Demon defeated Andrade to retain the US Championship. Sorry, Intercontinental Championship, not the US. But yeah, there's not really much to say here. 'Cause there's not much to say about most of these matches. Hopefully though, Andrade does continue on feuding with Balor. They can have some great matches. Like, this was a good match, but it wasn't as good as I was kind of expecting, and you could put that down to like jet lag and all that stuff. Shane McMahon then defeated Roman Reigns in probably the shocker and the upset of the night. Shane like kind of hit the ref, so the ref was kind of down or something. Then Drew hit a Claymore onto the big dog, and Shane just kind of covered him, and the Best in the World defeated Roman Reigns in like a shocking upset. Lars Sullivan then defeated the Lucha House Party, of course, but it wasn't clean. It was a disqualification, which was a surprise. I'm pretty sure we all expected Lars to just tear through Matt Lee, Kalisto and Dorado, but no. They were disqualified after all three got in the ring and started ganging up on him. After the bell, then Lars Sullivan just kind of destroyed everyone. it's kind of better for the Lucha House Party that this is the finish they went with. It doesn't really help Lars that much, but it kind of doesn't ruin the Lucha House Party. They can kind of still be seen as serious competitors. That the only reason that three of them lost was that they were disqualified. So yeah, but yeah, after the match, as I said on the stage, Lars did take out the Lucha House Party. Then Randy Orton defeated Triple H, and yeah, looking at the match time, it went here on Wikipedia. Just I don't know. I'm assuming this is the match time that was actually, because it felt every second of it. 25 minutes 45 seconds. Yeah, this match did drag. Typical Randy Orton match. A lot of rest holds. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm a fan of Randy. A big fan of Triple H. He's my second favourite wrestler of all time. But yeah, this match dragged on. They probably cut about 10 minutes off of it, and it would have been a good match. But yeah, it wasn't a great match. It dragged. Randy Orton did defeat Triple H with an RKO. Not much else to say there other than it could have been better if it was about 10 minutes shorter. And then we followed that up with Braun Strowman defeating Bobby Lashley. Again, not much to say about this. Just two big guys going at it. Braun Strowman obviously picked up the win after hitting his finisher, the running power slam. And he wasn't finished with him and hit him with it one or two more times before actually pinning him. But yeah, Strowman then defeated Bobby Lashley. Kofi Kingston retained the WWE Championship over Dolph Ziggler with the help of Xavier Woods. So how this happened, I know. Face helped cheat. Shocking. No need for that stuff. Anyway, Ziggler super kicked Woods on the outside out towards the end of the match. They threw him back in, and yeah, he kind of went to. He like rolled up Kofi or something, and then he pushed him off, and he went like towards the ropes where Woods replied with a kick of his own, and Kofi was then able to pick up the win and retain the championship. After the match, Dolph went backstage, cut a promo saying he wants him at Stomping Ground in a cage, so that should be fun. And that was actually a decent match. It wasn't a bad match, one of the better matches. I put it up there with Andrade and Finn, saying it was one of the best matches on the card, but it wasn't a great match. Then we had the 50. Well, it was meant to be a 50-man battle royal, but here on the list I have here of the results on Wikipedia, just to refresh my memory, it was saying it was a 51-man battle royal, which was won by Mansoor, of course, Saudi Arabian lad in NXT. He won by last eliminating Elias. Yeah, it was surprisingly Mansoor was the only NXT guy in it. We had a few 205 live guys, but yeah, there was no legends, no NXT guys other than Mansoor in it, which was surprising. Yeah, some of the. There's not much really to talk about. It's a typical battle royal. Everyone just kind of in the corner, punch kicking, you know, a few spots here and there. The most surprising elimination for me was Sin Cara eliminating Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm surprised. I forgot Sin Cara was still even with company. When's the last time he was on TV? I thought he went and signed for Wolves. Yeah, but Mansoor win, a great pop. The crowd loved every single second of it, and hopefully this can then kind of be used as something to elevate him in sort of a way. And I just want to say one thing more about this match before I move on. Chad Gable, I couldn't even recognise him. He had a haircut and he was wearing tights, not a singlet. I honestly thought he was Alex Riley when he first came out, but yeah, Hopefully we see more of Chad Gable, so I don't think he's Alex Riley when he's walking out in a big group of people again. I love Chad Gable, like he should be used anyway. But yeah, Mansoor winning the Battle Royal. Hopefully this can be used to kind of help elevate him. The crowd loved it. He got a great reaction. So yeah, Taker and Goldberg then the main event. This was ugly. This was hard to watch. It was a decent match. It was an okay match up until the end. Taker hit Goldberg with a tombstone, and he landed him right on his head. It looked nasty. Goldberg went to pick up Taker for a jackhammer and just fell backwards. I'm pretty sure he almost dropped Taker on his head. Yeah, Goldberg looked out of it by the end, and Taker couldn't even use a tombstone. He had to use a choke slam to win it. Yeah, it wasn't great. I'm not going to talk too much more about it. Taker did get the win. Goldberg did get a bit of blood. That's all I'm really going to say. I'm not going to talk too much about this match because these two men, I think it's time for him to call it a day. I love Taker. He's one of my favourites of all time. Goldberg's alright. I was born in 2000, so I never really got into Goldberg. I first got into him in his original WWE run and later back, but with the network I have gone back to watch stuff of him. So yeah, I'm not as big of a fan as Goldberg as I am for Taker, but yeah, I think it's time for these two to call it a day. But that is going to be it for this video. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you're not already. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of Super Showdown, and I will see you in the next one.